Hey guys, Blue Delta Wolf here. This is Magic the Gathering 2014 and this is my Masks of the Dimir Sweet 60 deck guide. So I've been unlocking this since yesterday. It takes quite a while to unlock all the decks because there's no really easy method like there was on Magic the Gathering 2013. Like even the easiest challenge, the zombies one, is still fairly hard and you can lose some of the time. But I've got it done, so let's show you how I've built my deck. There are obviously going to be many ways to build this blue and black deck, and it's one of my favourites, so I have put a lot of thought into this. So I hope you guys agree. Feel free to leave a comment if you've done it differently or if you think I should. So here we go. 2 Terramorphic Expanse. That's more than enough for a dual colour deck. I don't need any more than that. To be honest, they annoy me because when I actually get one and I've got, I need them, I need the land there and then, it annoys me that I've got to wait a turn. So if I play around with this deck even more and I may even end up taking them out, but they're okay for now. This Thought Scour is a great starting move. It's a great draw card. It's 1-for-1 draw. Even the draw alone would be enough, but the fact that they mill 2, I really like that card, so I'm leaving 3 of them in there. Guild Mage is great. He's cheap to get out earlier on, cheap blocker if you need him, but late game he becomes even stronger, with this draw card and discard a card thing. You don't do that so much early game, but late game when you've got nothing else to play, that's great to do. Surveilling Sprite, another draw card. Flying, love that card. Now, there are 2 types of rats in this game, and I didn't want them both, so I stuck with Ravenous Rats. They're cheaper, they've got discard, so it gives the opponent less options, while you're drawing cards and getting more options, so it's great for you. Counter Squall, there's your blue counter there. Controller loses 2 life, that's the death part of it. Last Grasp. Really, really great removal early game. Not so great late game, but you could still do with 3 of those at least. Hands of Binding. Now this has a new thing on it called Cipher. If you haven't seen Cipher before, basically you cast the spell, and then you exile the spell but attach a copy of it to one of your creatures. And whenever the creature deals combat damage to an opponent, then you get to, cast this spell for free. So there's quite a few Cipher spells in there. I think I've put them all in. I did like them. So this one, you tap a creature and it doesn't untap. It's a bit like the Frost thing. Slate Street Ruffian, one of them. If he gets blocked, you discard a card. Simple as that. This is like a mixture of Mind Rot and drawing 2 cards at the same time, except you choose. 1 Time Ebb. It's just to slow the enemy down. It's really, really great to get rid of like enchants and stuff as well. That's been there since the first Magic Gathering. Evil Twin. I love this card. You make a copy of a card and then it can kill its brother. I think that's fucking brilliant. So that's a really great removal card. Doomsday Spectre. Nice and powerful. Discarding cards of your choice. Moroi does damage to you, but a 4/4 for 4. A flyer isn't bad at all. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Use it if you have the advantage, don't use it if you're nearly dead, basically. That's great for getting spells back. You can even copy it to get spells back if you've got the clones. This one's great. +2/2 and lifelink. 1 Lobotomy. I wasn't sure about this spell. I was going to take them both out, but I left one of them in because it's situational, but I bet you there's going to be a time when I wish I had that in if I take it out, so I left it in there. Another Cipher card. Target player discards a card, attach that to one of your creatures and just keep knocking cards out of their hand. This card I really, really love. Whenever you summon blue creatures, you draw a card. Summon black creatures, they discard a card. It's great. Illusionary Armor. It's just like one of Jace's illusions. If it gets targeted by anything, you destroy it, but it's a 4/4 in the meantime, so not bad. There was 4 of them in the deck, but I took 3 of them out. Another Cipher card. Target opponent loses 3 life. You can keep going and keep going with that. That can clear their life points in about 3 turns. Really powerful. It's a good card. There's 4 of them in the deck. I just wanted 1. It's too expensive for what it does, but it is handy for when it comes out. This is one of the best cards in the game, and it has an awesome animation. I don't know why it's not showing here now. All these cloaks, flow about in the wind. It's lovely. So anytime your creature deals damage, it gets its own power doubled onto itself. So a creature can become very powerful very quickly when she's up. I love that card. Stolen Identity. Put a token on the battlefield that's a copy of target artifact or creature with Cipher. Love that card. And the final one is Avatar of Will. It's basically almost free if the opponent has no cards in their hand, so of course that's going to happen because of your discard. Okay, so that's my deck, 60 cards. 19 creatures, 18 others, 23 land. Very tricky deck to get used to, but one of my favourites. The cards that didn't make it, too expensive, don't like its ability really. 3 for 2, nah, it's pointless, don't need that one. That one looks pretty cool, but it's 7. And casting from the opponent's graveyard isn't really worth 7 points in my opinion, even for the 5/5. Same for that one's okay, 3 and 2, but I never really get to use it, so I don't bother playing it. Now this card I like. I would love to have this in a colourless deck, or an artifact deck, but I don't think it suits this deck at all. Just needed 3 of those. I needed 2 of those. 1 of those. Never liked sleep. Slows my deck down too much. It does help in some situations, but I still don't like it. Fool's Demise, not a bad card. Very expensive, but what it does isn't bad. I mean, put it in if you really want to. 3 of those, I don't need an extra 3. And Vengeful Vampire, 6 for a 3/2. But, I mean, in essence, you do get 2 of these guys, but they probably won't block it, knowing he'll come back as a 4/3. So, I don't think that's very, very good. And I prefer the other high-level ones, to be honest. Same for this one. Too situational. Like, that would be good if you had, like, a sideboard, and you know you're coming up against flyers, but you might not come up against flyers, and that card will just be sitting there. So, not good for me. Treasure Hunt, too much draw, don't need it. Same for them. Those are the other 2 guys I took out. Last Gasp, only needed a few of them. I wouldn't have minded putting an extra one in, but I don't want it to be too many of them. And these were the rats I got rid of. When they enter the battlefield, you put a card from your hand on top of your library. I don't see the point. It slows them down slightly, but it costs 3 for a 2/2. I prefer the other rats. And there you go, the other Terramorphic Expanse. So, that's my Masks of the Dimir deck, guys. I hope this guide helps you and gives you an insight into how this deck can be built. Of course, you know, the beauty of this game is you can build it any way you want to. But if you're struggling with this, then I hope this gave you some ideas. So, thanks for watching. Feel free to rate, comment and subscribe, it really helps. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Google+, all the links on my channel. And I will see you on the next video, guys. Take it easy.